Is this thing on? Testing, testing, testing. Oh, hey, before we jump into this episode, I want to tell you guys how excited I am, number one, to have you, but also to have brand new special guests featuring incredible insights and stories of resilience. Also, do not miss our special Micro Matters episodes. These are short, impactful moments of encouragement designed to support you in your journey of healing from emotional, narcissistic, and spiritual abuse. Whether it's a powerful interview or a quick dose of hope, we're here to remind you your story matters. Thanks again for downloading this episode, and now hope you enjoy today's special broadcast. Thank you so much for coming in to the podcast. If you would, please hit the subscribe button so that you can get all the new episodes when they drop. So I want to talk to you today about the two things that narcissists never like to see. That is, number one, the truth, and number two, someone living in it. So, hey, everybody, if you're brand new here, as I said, you know my name. I'm a childhood trauma survivor, here to help people take their lives back because every story matters. Now, I've been covering a lot of topics on narcissism on YouTube Shorts. So if you want to catch those, please go to YouTube and search Your Story Matters, and you'll find all the content there. Real quick, 45 general seconds of little episodes about how to take your life back from narcissists. So the whole idea about what a narcissist does is that they distort the truth, okay? So the reason why narcissists cannot stand the truth or anyone telling the truth is because it threatens their carefully constructed image. Now, you got to understand, they've taken years, maybe their whole lifetime, to build a pseudonym for themselves, a shell, to protect what? Their fragile self-image. Now, that may be hard to see at first because when you look at a narcissist, you would think, oh, well, they appear strong, tall, and perfect, like nothing can penetrate them, nothing can hurt them. But you got to understand the mind of a narcissist. Why would they fight so hard all their lives to build this kind of exterior shell? Okay, what issues have they gone through in their life that tells them they need to construct a facade? Because probably something that's going on internally is not worth seeing. Maybe it's an ugly picture of themselves that they don't want to see. So we're going to start getting into these kind of characteristics and explaining why narcissists are the way they are, because I firmly believe that narcissists, here's what I've seen this on threads, that not all narcissists are abusers, but all abusers are narcissists. And I can say that is true in my life because I was abused starting at 6 years old all the way through 17 and beyond, and still trying to undo the bad tapes of my parents and my abusers. And that's difficult because when you've been scarred at such an early age, it makes imprints on the brains. It makes imprints on the brain. Sorry, I said plural, like we're speaking in Lord of the Rings talk or something. Sorry for all you fans out there. But it impacts you in ways that you don't realize. And as you grow older, those childhood imprints will start manifesting the way that you think, and actually they start rewiring the brain. Now, I'm going to get into that a little deeper in further episodes because I want to stay on topic about why narcissists cannot live in the truth. So let me continue. So narcissists enjoy living in a world of lies and manipulation. You may think, well, you see it everywhere in politics, and I'm not going to name who in politics, but you will see that they cast this image and also cast an image for their followers to follow of this world of chaos and this world of manipulation. And why do they do that? Why do they keep on lying? Why is it that they sound so insane? Why does everything seem to be so chaotic and they make these just awful, despicable decisions? Well, the reason is because it allows them to control how others see them. Now, I know I'm speaking from a high level of if it's politicians or those in office, those in top leadership, but this transcends all the way down to your common average person that's in your life daily. That could be your boss, it could be a teacher, it could be your parent, it could be a pastor, whoever. And the whole idea about control is that narcissists desire for others to see them in a certain way because it avoids the confrontation of their own flaws and shortcomings. Does that make sense? Let me say that again. The reason why narcissists control how others see them is because they want to avoid any confrontation of their own flaws and shortcomings. So it's pretty simple. To a narcissist, it's dangerous for them because it exposes those vulnerabilities. That means if they do that, they have to admit that they're wrong, but they'll never do it. That's the thing. They'll lie about, even when they get close to the truth, they're going to lie about it anyway. Because here's the key point. Admitting it would mean that they would have to accept that responsibility for their actions. Wow. By admitting it, it would mean they would have to accept responsibility for their actions. But the bottom line is that they'll still never do it at the end of the day. They just can't help themselves. I know that from living under the roof of, split roof between two different sets of parents growing up. I've talked about this before. And my parents just cannot go a day without lying and without the facade and the superiority that they exhibit throughout the house. And so what happens to a child that lives in that kind of environment? I'll speak from my own experience. Well, I grew up conditioned. I grew up thinking, well, maybe every parent acts that way. And then you start, by association as a child, you start linking other adults that mirror your, like father figure, mother figure of your life. That could be a teacher. That could be a pastor. It could be a boss. It could be someone in a leadership position. It could be a coach, whoever. And then you start easily linking them to, oh, well, they're just like my mom and dad. Or maybe it's something within us that has become so ingrained, we don't mean to, but we become a little bit attracted to another person's narcissism just only from, and hear me out, it's only because we have grown to associate with that type. There's something familiar with them. There's something that's normal. Because if you look at a healthy person, you would think, oh, that's abnormal. Like for me, growing up, I would not look for teachers and people in my life and even individuals that I've dated. I would not look at the healthy person that they are because it would freak me out. Like if they didn't have any traits of my parents or traits of narcissism, I would think, oh, wow, I can't handle that. I'm just going to stay away and avoid because they're actually being truthful versus the narcissist that I'm used to seeing and dealing with. They're untruthful. They're the ones that lie constantly, construct the facade, and that is appealing to me because I'm used to that. So don't get me wrong when I say that you become attracted to it. That's not what I mean. I'm not from a physical standpoint. And I'm also don't mean that from a shaming or blaming standpoint because we're not to blame for being attracted to a certain personality type. It's innate. It's something that was impacted, like I said at the top of the broadcast, we're impacted by early childhood. So that affects the way of socializing and the way that you interact and connect with other people in your life. Okay? So like I said, I'm speaking from my own experience. That may not be yours, but that was mine. So here's the deal. For narcissists, the reason why they can't live in the truth is because facing reality, they deny, they deflect, they distort. Those are 3 good D's right there. Deny, deflect, and distort the truth, all to maintain their sense of superiority. And in their world, the truth is the enemy, while deception is their ally. Wow. The truth is their enemy, and deception is their ally. So, how do you impact that? How do you wrap your brain around that? Well, that's a process. And I think it's really about understanding that that is the narcissist that you're dealing with that you can never change because they will never change. And I know that from my own experience, thinking that if I just behave a certain way around the narcissistic boss that I have, if I do good things, maybe I'll achieve some sort of approval or level that would dismiss their constant shifting of negativity towards me. We go through this. I think this is where we grow up wanting to win other people's approval because we are so rejected earlier on. We think, well, how can I achieve this? Especially when it comes to new relationships. I hope, one thought is, I hope they're not like the last person. I hope they're not like the last narcissist. I hope they're not like the person that continually lies because they can't face the truth about themselves. And it's cyclic. So the more that we keep searching for other relationships to resolve the past one, it will never work. Because what needs to work is that the narcissist will never change, but here's the good news. You can. You can change. How do you do that? How do I do that, Branon? Well, you face the truth about yourself, like we all have to, like even the narcissist has to. And the closer that you embrace that truth, the more that you embrace that truth, then the better you understand who you are, and you understand what is helpful and what is harmful, what is healthy for you, what is unhealthy, what is safe, what is not safe. And the more that you keep filtering in and out the good things and bad things for your life, you start developing good boundaries and better boundaries. And that should give you a key insight of even how to deal with the narcissist in your life. So I'm going to be coming back to you with more Micro Matters episodes that talk about how to deal with these narcissistic relationships and how to deal with yourself to make it better for you. So that way the narcissist no longer has control or power over you, but you have power over it. My friends, thanks for joining me today on the Micro Matters episode here on the Your Story Matters podcast. As said before, please hit the subscribe button wherever that you're listening to, and also go to YouTube Shorts, Your Story Matters. Follow me on socials, on Threads, Facebook, and kind of X. I'm like on the fence if I should leave it or not, but you tell me. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about the show. Give me your thoughts and pose a question if you'd like for me to read that question or to answer any concern that you have on the air. I will gladly do that, and I will keep you anonymous, but it's up to you. So anyway, other than that, thanks for joining me today. I'm Branon Dempsey. See you back here next time, and remember, your story matters.